What's up? It's your boy Swizzy back with another commercial trucking chronicle video. Um, Check it out, man. Got some news that I want to share with you. Uh, Definitely gonna be uh, informing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to stay with the news on current events. Got to stay up on those current events. Yeah, so let's get right into it. And a lot of this stuff, I don't want to. I'm not trying to spread doom and gloom or fear. You know what I'm saying? It's always darkest before the light. Remember that. It's always darkest before the light. And see what we're looking at right now, you know what I'm saying, in the US. This is if you're a US citizen. I don't know where you're watching me from, but do me a favor, go in the comments and put your flag or wherever the country you at. You see what I'm saying? But I'm speaking to my, US subscribers. I'm really speaking to everybody, but you know, those of you here in the United States that you know find yourself affected by some of the things that I might mention. So I just want you to just be informed about you know some of the things that are going on in case you don't know, and then we can actually say kind of like come to some sort of a conclusion as to why these things are happening, right? Not into conspiracy theories, but you do have to consider all facts, right? You say, well, facts, fact check some of this stuff. All right, well, we know it's in the news, but what is the, the fundamentals or what's the reason for it all, right? First off, UFOs are still all over the place, so what? They're still saying they're seeing them? All right, yeah, we know we still seeing them. Elon Musk, SpaceX, they just launched a whole bunch of satellites into the sky. So we'll put two and two together there. Like, what's going on? Like, let me know. All right. Now, you don't got to be in the United States to be like, oh, well, we see UFOs over here where we're at too. You know what I'm saying? Wherever we at, you're seeing them, right? Or androids or drones or whatever they are, you're just seeing them, right? I don't know what SpaceX is trying to do, what Elon Musk is trying to do, but and you wonder why so much is happening. Like, why is it seem that the United States is under attack these days? All right. There's this recent Moderna. I don't know if you heard of Moderna. It's a vaccine company, right? Their stocks just surged, right? It's up on a day about 11%. The high, all-time high for this stock was like $500, right, per share. Now, I don't really get into stock, but when you hear about, vaccine companies, stocks flying through the roof, and then, you have a recent reporting about, somebody dying from some type of a, illness, the the flu, you know what I'm saying? That, with the wings, that thing. So, that's crazy. That's crazy to think. Like, the current price of the stock is at $48 right now, but it just I don't know where it just took off. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to like 48. I don't know how much it was prior to that, but that's an 11% surge in one day. And they're looking at it to regain all-time highs. So if you're big on stocks, I don't know the ticker symbol, I just know it's called Madeira or whatever the case may be. You can go Google it, check it out, and see if you, you know what I'm saying, you might want to go ahead and scoop you up some of that. Now we got the big fire out in Los Angeles set ablaze. Not to mention that we just had the incident out in the West Coast is off the hook right now. All right. I got a cousin that goes to UCLA. I was in contact with her mother just a few hours ago, last night, in fact, when I told her, I said, just keep calm, you know what I'm saying? And then this morning I woke up and I saw that it had gotten even worse. And I told her, I said, you know what, Lisa, get her out of here. Because she had posted some pictures where her daughter, you know, my cousin is on the campus, and how far, you know, she posted a few pictures over the last 24 hours of the skyline. It's moving closer, right? Now, this ain't something that been burning out in the woods or in the rural area. These fires are in these populated areas, these houses, these neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's moving quick, and it's crazy to think that, you know, this is happening. But again, you got to stay up on current events. You have to constantly, you know what I'm saying, stay aware, stay watchful, you know what I'm saying, and most of all, stay vigilant. Okay, for all of us, right? They hate us. You're a United States citizen. They hate you. There's people in this country that hate you. They got in here through whatever border, wherever they came in here, and there's a lot of assaults that are taking place. I can say, you know that attack down there on Bourbon Street, terrorist act. You know what I'm saying? This guy planned this out. You know, they're saying that he had went down there and was mapping it out months before he actually carried out the act. You know, he has something against, you know, the people of New Orleans, or the citizens of the United States. You know, he has something against Bourbon Street. Okay, not that I would say that Bourbon Street is the best place to, want to go hang out and get your groove on. I'm sure you can go out and have a good time, but there's probably so much going on that, it's looked at as being, Sin City. All right. So, I mean, and I'm not trying to bring doom and gloom. All right. But these are things that are going on right now. Jimmy Carter, he's out of there. Right? Everybody loved that man. We lost him. And, with that having happened, hat off to him, for his great services, things he's done, with the peanut farms, with the people, creating jobs. Panama Canal, we're going back, we're trying to reclaim, control of the Panama Canal, which Jimmy Carter handed that over to the Panamanian government. Supposedly Chinese are over there running things, they're always trying to find their way, into another nation. Look, they found their way into the United States Federal Reserve. They done hacked their way into there to steal some kind of documents. The intelligence community, man, you know what I'm saying? The CIA or FBI or all these communities that protect us, like, they really got a job on their hands right now with everything that's going on, like solving some of the unanswered questions about things that are current events. How did this happen? Why did this happen? And on the first day of in office, Donald Trump, he looking to come in there and bring in a whole nother regime, like people that's coming in that's going to be vigilant, that's trying to get things done. You see what I'm saying? And trying to get some answers to some questions, and it's trying to turn the page on some of the old you know, ways of doing business and start implementing some new, you know, some new layout. Like it's just a new format, new plan, new. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I mean, I don't know what else to really say. There's just so much that's going on. Sadly, one more thing that's kind of sad. A young lady that lives near me. Last night, I heard something going on. Somebody running around frantically, screaming and hollering. And it turns out, because she was like, my baby, my baby. What turns out, her dog ran away. Now, as a dog owner, and I love my puppy, right? She's over there. I would say something like, because you have to realize these pets that we have, right? Even though they're animals, they have feelings, right? They can get angry. You can I saw a woman the other day. Dog was running away from her in the parking lot. She didn't have the dog on a leash. She caught the dog because the dog almost ran into the road, into the street, and got hit by a car. So she grabbed the dog. And this was a small little poodle, small poodle. She was hitting that little poodle like it was a child. Now I can know. Now I'm saying, like, if you was beating on your kid like that, then you're gonna beat the dog like that. See, these animals, right? They don't appreciate. Saying, like, people that don't show them kindness. They don't want to live with you. They don't want to live. They don't want you to be their owners. If they can get away from you, they will. They'll try to flee and get away. People go out and buy these little pretty dogs and pretty animals, but they're ugly people on the inside. They treat these beautiful little creatures so horribly, right? So she out there hollering and screaming last night. Oh, my baby. She don't even got a coat on. It's freezing. I told my wife this morning, I said, I hate to say it, but that dog might have froze to death last night because I don't think it went back home. Now, if it did, it probably got to the point where it was like, oh, I just got to go back and deal with it, and went back and probably scratched on the door or whatever. And then it's very possible that the dog just got lost and never came back, right? How often the landscapers are out there. You hear them blowing the daggone leaf blowers or whatever. But, and I never really seen these people out with their dog walking their dog. You know what I'm saying? And I notice people that are dog owners where I live. I notice whether or not, when they're walking their dog, if they clean up behind their dog. Like I said to you guys before, you gotta pick up after your pup, right? You gotta pick up after your pup. Go grab it, put it in the proper place where it's supposed to go. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe the dog was getting poorly treated, and just because it was too cold for the dog to just run off like that. And then, like, don't you have a leash? Like, do you have a leash for your dog? A harness? Like, you can't just walk out your crib, your place to live, your dwelling place, your apartment, whatever. You can't walk out and you got a dog that you just open the door and let the dog run outside. Like, who does that? Because there are other dog owners, and that's how people's dogs wind up, getting attacked by other dogs. You know what I'm saying? Now, the pet policy around here is you're supposed to have small pets. But I've seen people with some huge dogs, right? One of my neighbors has a Great Dane, two of them actually. I just see people that have pretty big dogs. So you should leave your dog, you should have a dog on a leash, okay? I don't want to say too much about, that because some people, I sometimes, I'll let her off the leash. I'll let Lola off the leash. She stays right by my side. She might try to wander off. Don't get me wrong. She does she's a little hard-headed. but she likes to play that game. So I'll try to hide and I'll look, and then she'll try to come and I'll try to, kind of run away to hide from her. But she can sniff me out. She'll run right up on me. You know, when I'm coming in the house, I just take her off the leash, let her run up the stairs on her own. She go run upstairs, sit right by the door, and wait for me to get up the stairs. So, but yeah, that's this very. It's kind of heartbreaking. I hope that they did find their puppy or whatever. I seen the dog once or twice, from what I heard. It's a cute little one of them little Shih Tzus or whatever, or what they call them dogs, little furry little thing. But like I said, these people work all day. I don't see them taking that dog out for a walk. And I mean, I know it's cold now, but they've been living over here for a little minute now. Even when the summer was nice and the weather was good, like, don't you come outside? They probably just, I don't know, like, they probably let the dog use the bathroom in the house and just clean it up, that's horrible. That's disgusting. It's disgusting. You know, the dog needs to get out, take it to the dog park, let the dog interact with other dogs, let the dog, run around, play, get some exercise. You can't keep the dog cooped up in the house all day. You know what I'm saying? I got videos of me taking my dog to the dog park. We go 2 or 3 different dog parks, take her over by the river, you know what I'm saying? She goes over there, she gets to, run around, play. It is what it is. Okay, so now markets right now are starting to do some pulling back, right? If you're in the markets are pulling back. So, another big major announcement: Bank of America, Citizens Bank. There's so many banks right now coming out and saying that they are going to be, if they're not going to, they are already offering cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, or Ethereum. I mean, you got to find out from your financial institution what they offer. Now, really quick, because I'm gonna wrap this up. Um, Centralized exchanges. So the banks are becoming a centralized. I guess they're moved towards getting that, because they don't want they don't want to miss a piece of the pie. They want to be able to offer, saying these assets. Okay. Um, um, Centralized is exchanges, right? So they report to the government. Decentralized exchanges is more autonomous. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just peer to peer. You know, um, so what's happening now is, when you get into DeFi, decentralized finance, right? You have decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges. So you have to understand what DeFi is. You know what I'm saying? Decentralized finance, but within the decentralized finance ecosystem, you have exchanges, and then because what you're accessing with the decentralized finance is cryptocurrencies. You know what I'm saying? But they're offered through DEXs. You know what I'm saying? Decentralized exchanges, or they could be offered through centralized exchanges, the SEC. Right? It's kind of a little difficult, but I'm gonna make another video to kind of put you guys up on it. So what's happening is, right, this is why banks want to get involved, because they want to be the centralized exchange, right? You can, same way that you are able to gain, interest, or yield, a return on your investment, these cryptos are able to do the same thing. A lot of times called staking rewards. If you ever heard about it, they're cryptocurrencies that you can purchase that every day or every couple minutes you gain, rewards on just holding it, right? Depending on how much you have, you can gain that, that reward, or that staking reward. And what happens is you gotta, kind of like take and some exchanges, they want you to take and lock it up, take it out of circulation, and when things come out of circulation, that means there's less of a supply in circulation, thus driving the price up, because now you don't have it becomes scarcity. So staking creates the scarcity, which then causes the price to go up. The reward for you staking is, of course, the price of the asset goes up, but you also are rewarded, on, with a yield, a certain percentage, depending on how much you stake. So you're creating like a liquidity. You know what I'm saying? You're allowing scarcity to create liquidity within the market. So DeFi is the next big thing, right? So you really don't have to cash out when you think, oh, well, the price of what I bought just went up. Let me take out some profit. Why would you sell an asset that's going to continue to rise? It may have volatility where it goes up and down. But what happens in the meantime, like you're earning a yield just for holding it. You might have to hold it on, a different, certain platforms that allow you to earn those yields, because just because you buy something doesn't mean that you're going to earn a yield on it. You might have to, send it to a different validator node or onto a different site where they actually use, because you can borrow, you can lend, and this is why the banks want to get in. This is why they're coming out announcing that they're getting into cryptocurrencies, because of the high yield that can be made, and it's just new ways of making money. There's nothing new about gaining any interest on your investment, right? But they've discovered that there's AMM, automated money, automated money making, right? You can make money. It's automated. So it's just purely because, what I'm saying, it has use case, and purely because, you allow it. You have to opt into it. Once you allow it to be, used in a liquidity pool, in a liquidity pool, because liquidity is what drives markets, right? So once you start to understand what the DeFi ecosystem is about, you can you invest in cryptocurrency and it yields you a return. So you buy it, it creates a return. You take whatever you make from that return and you buy back more. And then it allows you to create even more of a return, because the more you have, so you don't have to actually work and then take money out your paycheck to buy more crypto. Like you can not have to work anymore and let your crypto do all the work. And you opt into it, but that's the plan, to have your money make you money, or your crypto make you more crypto that you can thus, what I'm saying, not cash out, because why would you want to cash it out into fiat when fiat is is depreciating? It doesn't have value, and then everything that you go to buy constantly keeps going up. So you need more and more and more fiat, right? So you just cashed out to fiat and it's losing value, or it doesn't have enough value. So now you're going to go back and cash out even more. That's going to deplete your money source, right? You don't want to deplete your money source, which will be the crypto. You know what I'm saying? So, well, how do I buy more crypto? Do I buy it with cash? You can, but the cash is like, you gotta work hard for it. You gotta work for it. Do you want to keep getting up, going to work, and putting up with all this stuff, or do you want to live where you don't have to work anymore, and you just have an automatic money making machine? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's autonomous. It's like AI. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. This is the new what's up. So Keep on. Be lookout. I'm gonna bring some more information on that. Be on the lookout for it. Share this video. Like this video. Leave me a comment. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, man. I got some more information that's going to be coming your way. Once this new administration gets in office, we're looking for things to start popping. And, you know, you may not have to really put much money up to be able to, you know, kind of get the wheels turning in your favor. But at least you will know what to do, where to go. See, that's the thing. I'm not answering that call. Who you can trust? Which one of these you know, which route you want to take? And that's the thing I'm doing the research on, because, you know, yeah, everybody popping up out of the woodwork saying they're doing this or they're getting into that, or they want to start offering this, and, you know, one company gonna get bought out by another company, and, you know what I'm saying? We need to know that there's insurance on these things. We need to know that, you know what I'm saying, the custody of these things, because, see, when you're dealing with a centralized exchange, right, they have to report all your information and all that stuff to the government, right? Whereas they're kind of regulated by regulators and different, you know, government entities and stuff like that. So, you know, what happens is, you know, you opt into an exchange or use, you know what I'm saying, a platform, or on-ramp type of thing, and here comes big government, shut them down, and all your money's gone. So, you know, there's other AMMs, or automated money making, you know what I'm saying, that are decentralized, right? Not centralized, but decentralized, meaning like you can just directly deal with the validator, or you can do, you know, you can just not, without having to be, and they're trying to get to where they say, oh, well, we want to still know your information, even though you're using an autonomous, automated money making software. It's software, right? It's automated. It's just AI. Okay, who's using it? I want to know who's using it and how you're making this money. I want to know who you are. And I want to know how much you're making. Like, okay, well, the thing about that is, when you're trying to offer, or when you're trying to go and take it and cash it out through your bank, you know, you might have run into some issues with your bank, because then, you know, they're going to say, well, before we let you cash out, you know, you ain't got to tell them how much you got, because you really don't have to dispose any of your information, you know, or you only dispose as much information as you choose to at that point in time when you're making the transaction or sending. But what's going to happen is the centralized exchange, because that's where you're going to need to cash out through these centralized exchanges. As of right now, okay. So when you go to send, oh, okay, yeah, I just made a whole bunch of, you know how Tether prints all this money out of nowhere, right? 100 billion tethers, and sends it to the exchange. So now you got you some money that you done, I don't say printed, but you done made, like through the automated machine, right? Now you want to off ramp it and send it somewhere. They're gonna question you like, yo, who are you? How much you got? How much you got? Wait. You know, every month you're sending, you know, all this stuff over here and cashing it out and trying to get cash for it. What's going on? Who are you? And that's what you'll run into. So, but do your homework, find your off ramps, be able to take your profits, be able to, you know what I'm saying, help your family, be able to live the life you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Be able to tell your boss you're done, you're fired. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to do all of these things. You know what I'm saying? And then come back and leave a comment and tell me how much you appreciate all this knowledge I just gave you for free. How about that? Peace out. It's your boy, Swizzy.